All right. Hello, everybody. We're back with some more DCRL here. Second game of five on stream today, so we got a bunch of action. And I'm joined by iCosmic.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, it's his
Thank
first
you for
time
having
casting,
me.
so it should be a pretty good time. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so we got four matches tonight. Let me look at what they are. I should be more prepared. So we have Barely Managing versus LECAP. Of course, that's this one. Tumbleweeds versus Div Destroyers at 8:30. Cosmic Cats, which the namesake is on your screen right now. Cosmic, you'll see in there. Cosmic Cats versus Wildcrats at 9:30, and Boost Brigade versus Optic at 10:30. So we got a bunch of Rocket League action tonight. So if you're not interested in this matchup, we'll make sure that you stick around. But yeah, we're gonna jump into the stats here real quick. We're gonna try to keep on pace because we got four matches and we don't want them running behind. So we'll start with the Div C team stats. Anything you see here, Cosmic, that you want to talk about?
Honestly, all of the teams, they're pretty good teams. Barely managing being sixth seed is obviously something to be note of, but honestly, I could see this game going anyway. Yeah, barely managing does have the league leading in shots, so I expect to see a bunch of shots this game.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising they don't have maybe a few more goals with that high shots. I mean, 8 a game almost is so much, and that's almost 2 whole shots a game higher than LeCap. But the scoring output really isn't all that difference between both of these teams.
No, sir.
I was gonna say, I'm not seeing too much else that's different. I mean, their shooting percentages are pretty similar. Saves, LeCap has a little more, but that doesn't really matter. Goals against, pretty similar. It should be a very close matchup, and they are pretty similar in seeds, both being the 6 and the 8 seed respectively. But with that being said, we're going to jump over to Barely Managing. I'll let you introduce them.
All right, barely matching. We have Patsky, Shaded, and Insomnia. Shaded looking to be more of the scorer of this team. Patsky is close second. Insomnia, not quite high, but he does participate with the highest assists on this team. In terms of shots and saves, Shaded and Patsky looking pretty even all around. I think, honestly, we can see just a little bit more goals from Insomnia to make this team a little bit more rounded. I think we're in for an exciting series today.
Yeah, I mean, Patsky and Shaded, if you look at their stats, they're almost identical besides for like the demo stats. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, they play a lot together from what I can tell. And they're pretty similar players, so it's kind of shocking that their stats are so close in pretty much every category. But yeah, I'll introduce LeCap here. We got JD Bauer Power. I say this every time that I cast a LeCap game. Fun fact, he is my roommate, so if he starts yelling in comms, you'll probably hear it on my mic, so that'll be fun. But he's the captain of this team, and we have Yellow Dog and Sensory, both pretty solid players. They're both putting up over half a goal per game. We got all pretty similar assist stats, and then, I mean, they're all pretty similar in a lot of these stats. There's not too much to talk about with like one person being better than the others, really. I mean, JD Bauer's just taking a few more shots than his teammates. Anything else you see here, Cosmic, with LeCap?
Honestly, no. Like you said, they are looking a little bit even. Same thing as I said about Bodacious. If we can just see a little bit of star power from, honestly, either one of the teams, I can see anyone winning this series.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's going to come down to who plays better today as to which team wins, because we've seen some very high highs and low lows from these teams, as they're both of the teams, I believe, that have lost to Silly Geeses in the regular season. So, you know, they've both taken on some pretty good teams with wins against a few of them, and then losses to teams like Silly Geeses. So I think both of these teams are so unpredictable. They have the potential to be so good, but it's just they don't have the consistency. But I'd like to get your predictions for this one. How do you think the series is going to go, Cosmic?
Well, for my predictions, I'm going to have to go with the numbers here, with Barely Managing having a series score of three wins, 5 losses, just barely edging out LECAP with 2 wins, 6 losses. I'm gonna have to go with barely managing, taking this. Let's go 4-2.
Fair enough, fair enough. I'm gonna have some faith in my roommate, JD Bauer, who I'm looking at right now. He's getting pumped up. But I'm gonna have some faith in him. I'm gonna say LECAP takes it in 7. I think it's gonna be a very fun matchup. Okay, thankfully you made that shot. I don't know how many shots you're gonna make in game, JD Bauer. He just threw a water bottle into the trash can. He's missed before, even today, so we'll have to see if he misses the open nets, because that was basically an open net. Got some fun commentary here for you guys. But yeah, we should be getting into the game here pretty shortly. It should be a great matchup to start off a good night of streams here.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Alright, yeah. I almost put like a really bad map on, so that would have been pretty funny. One of the Rocket Labs ones that you'll find in like Rumble.
Yes.
Throw them on 2 pillars. I don't know if it's called 2 pillars. 2 goals, whatever. Be a good
Throw
time.
the
I don't know about you.
Donut one.
Yeah. Wouldn't be that much different than the drop shot stream I did.
Drop shots, how you get good.
Yeah, we had a game at like 1 p.m. on a Monday, and we did drop shot. It was very fun. But yeah, the players are loading in here, and we'll get started with this series.
Pretty decent kickoff here. Shaded going up for the play. A little whiff coming from... I forgot what this team name's called. I'm not gonna lie. LECAP. Huge clear from Insomnia. Sensory able to catch the ball. Not quite able to get it past Insomnia. Gets a beautiful touch. Patsky with an amazing 50. JD Power going off the wall. Not quite able to get the touch. Sensory with a touch to the corner. Shaded able to read it. A little bit of an awkward ball here. Patsky maybe with a double tap attempt. Almost getting it right over the crossbar. Almost a shot here coming from barely managing. Yellow Dog tries to center. Can he find a teammate? Unable to find a teammate. Patsky able to clear it away. Yellow Dog with an unfortunate whiff. Sensory getting the touch. Couldn't get it past the other. JD Bauer with a beautiful catch. Able to get one. Can he get another? Unfortunately, unable to.
Yeah, so we'll see LECAP here. They're going to try to get some offensive pressure. Sensory's going to hit this one straight up the middle. JD Bauer's up for the shot, but he's just a little bit high on it. Sensory puts another one on net, and this one's going to find the crossbar. Passy's going to try to hit this one downfield. He's going to get interrupted by Shaded, who's going to hit it away. Shaded unfortunately misses this ball as well. Pasky's going to get beat out by Sensory here, as LECAP are just going to try to get some offensive pressure going here, but they've been struggling so far in this game 1.
Really has been a back and forth match. Not one team able to get as much pressure as they would like. Yellow Dog missing the ball here. Insomnia trying to get it mid. Shaded getting 50'd. Patsky looking for a catch. Opts to take it to the sidewall. Pops it up for his teammate. Shaded with a beautiful pass up top. JD Bauer able to get the clear. A little bit of pressure coming from LECAP here.
Yeah, we got a little bit of pressure coming from LECAP, but as I say that, barely managing, you're starting to keep the ball on LECAP's side. I'm liking some of the shots they're trying to get, but none of them are finding their way into the back of the net just yet. Passy's going to try to boom this one out, and Yellow Dog's going to hit it right back to Shaded. As Sensory's going to double commit with JD Bauer. That's a little unfortunate. You hate to see the double commits, and that's something that comms will fix, but double commits can be so devastating for any type of team, regardless of division.
Yeah, as you say that, double commits really are the kryptonite for any team. With how even this match is, that's probably how we're going to see our first goal. Who can double commit the least, it looks like, with a beautiful clear, unable to find his teammate. JD Power low boost, get these shot on net, and that's in. Patsky with a beautiful touch.
Yeah, he hits this one out to the backboard, and JD Bauer was stuck on the corner, just couldn't read it, and this one's going to go in. Barely managing, you're going to take the first goal of this series.
Yeah, barely managing. Able to get a nice shot over here. Sensory with winning the kickoff. Shaded gets it out of their net. Patsky going up in the air. Shot on target. Is he able to? Another shot coming from Patsky. I couldn't see who was back there, but they're unable to make the save.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It took, what, 3 minutes for Patsky to score the first one? And then it was all 15, 20 seconds to score the second one here. It's barely managing to go up 2-0. They're going to try to make it 3-0 here with a pretty good kickoff to do so. Sensory's going to clear this one out. Patsky's right there, takes the 50 with Sensory. Sensory's just going to try to boom this one out. And Shaded's going to try to control it a little bit more, but JD Bauer's there. And it just goes straight to Insomnia for the 50. Sensory's going to opt to hit it up the middle, get demoed here. Insomnia's just getting it around one, tries solo play. Can he get this one on net? No, Sensory's going to be there in time. He's going to get demoed as a result of that play.
Shaded goes to the pop-up, gets a little bit of control here, banged out of the way by JD Power. Kenny trying to find a touch mid. Patsky trying to get the clear, gets 50 by Yellow Dog. It's kind of floating up mid. Shaded with a pass mid, maybe a little passing play coming on here. Gets cleared by JD Bauer. Insomnia with a beautiful clear. Patsky tries to touch it out. Shaded there to help him.
Yeah, we're...
Gets 50 by Sensor. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. We're down to under a minute left in this game one. Something we haven't quite said yet, really, is that game one is always a feeler game. What a save from JD Bauer there, but game one's a feeler game. You're trying to figure out how your opponents are playing and trying to, you know, settle in and try to get the nerves to go away a little bit. So it makes sense that it's a pretty low-scoring game here, but LECAP are going to have to get something going right now if they want to turn this one around.
Yes, indeed, they do got to get something going. With only 10 seconds left, they only have so much time before they even have a shred of chances to be able to tie this game up here. Though it looks like this game is going to be going towards barely managing.
Yeah, just trying to keep the ball up, maybe sneak another one in for the road, but yeah, barely managing will take game one by a score of 2-0 here. So you see the stats, Patsky putting his team on his back with 2 goals, 448 points. I think he was by far the standout player this game.
Standout indeed. It only took him 3 minutes to get warm before he started popping off with the 2 goals.
Yeah, so this is an elimination match. The loser of this game is done with their playoff lives. So that might be giving some teams a little bit more nerves than the regular stream match as well, with barely managing going down to the lower bracket by Unlimited Aura, and LECAP being sent down to the lower bracket by... Why am I struggling to remember? Oh well, we're going to forget about that. But yeah, barely managing. They take this game in a pretty decisive 2-0. But I'd like to see more people than just Patsky popping off. So hopefully we will see that as we get into this next game 2.
Love to see them come, you hate to see them go.
Yeah, but unfortunately in the playoffs, not everybody can go all the way.
Yeah, unfortunately here, starting out the game, kick off towards mid. Sensory taking it up in the air, gets the touch. Can he find a double tap mid? Is there a teammate able to put it through? Ooh, just a little wide there.
This one's sitting over mid, not quite able to find its way into the net. Thankfully for barely managing, but Patsky's just going to try to keep the aggression as Insomnia commits as a pretty close third man. I don't know if I like that commit, but they're trying to keep the pressure on LECAP and not let them get the ball out of their half at all, which so far seems to have been working, but who knows whether or not it's going to keep working for the rest of the series.
Big clear coming from JD Bauer. They really needed that. They were getting so much offensive pressure coming from this barely managing team. As Insomnia goes up in the air, couldn't find the double tap. Patsky's, that's the second man, able to try to hopefully find a touch mid. Unable to get a touch with the ball. Yellow Dog, beautiful clear down the field. Shaded gets a nice catch. Can he trying to ball them up here? Oh, looks like a missed input there.
Yeah, we'll see Shaded trying to hit this one maybe back to a teammate, as Insomnia is going to be there before Yellow Dog on the 50. JD Bauer on the wall, challenging Shaded, can't quite find it. Sentry's going to try to take this one and control it in the corner. We see a pinch out to that side. Great turn from JD Bauer, who just can't quite find the ball. Insomnia's going to pop it over both of them, and Paskey with a great finish.
Beautiful passing play coming from Insomnia and Paskey. Like I said before, if Insomnia can just hope to kind of contribute just a little bit more to this team, I think barely managing would be an unstoppable force in this series.
Yeah, I feel like that can be said with a lot of teams, though. Obviously, you can't expect as much out of the third man as you can the captain, but a lot of times the series can be decided on whether or not the third man is popping off or not. But I feel like whether or not players pop off, like any player popping off could have a big impact. And so far, we've just seen it from Paskey, who 7 minutes into the series has been the only player to score a goal. I think that's pretty funny.
Huge star power coming from Patsky, as there's a lot more offensive pressure coming from barely managing. A little bit of a misplay coming from barely managing with a bump. Patsky able to get the 50 off of JD Bauer. Century, a little bit of a corner play, able to get it over one, losing control. Insomnia hoping to put it mid.
Whoa, what in the world was that? Paskey playing pinball with the net. But Shaded's going to be there to finish this one out. Be the first person to score a goal that's named not Paskey.
A little bit of a scuffed goal, but a goal indeed. Putting barely managing in the lead by just a little bit more. Sensory with a beautiful kickoff, kind of launching it mid, putting Shaded in an awkward position as Yellow Dog, a little bit of a double commit coming from LECAP as a clear from Insomnia puts it almost towards the net, couldn't find the clear, the touch that they needed, and a little bit of an own goal. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, it does bounce off the post as we see a demo from Patsky.
Yeah, that was a crazy sequence of events, I'm not gonna lie. I thought like the double commit from barely managing might have scored them the goal, and then it didn't. And then all of a sudden the ball was sent straight at their net, so I don't know what to make of that sequence of events, but Shaded is just gonna say, yeah, I went to the gym today. I believe they actually went to the gym today at 7 a.m. So he might have worked out his muscles here to give barely managing a 3-goal lead.
What a beautiful, what amazing pressure coming from Shaded, able to catch, I can't remember who's in the goal, but able to catch them in an awkward position up in front post there as Patsky tries to get it clear, unable, gets intercepted by Yellow Dog. Shaded opts to take control. Yellow Dog intercepting yet again. Patsky able to, well, I was going to say he was going to catch it, but he gets demoed for his crimes. A little bit of 50 coming there.
Yeah, LECAP find themselves in their end yet again. It's a pretty dangerous scenario there. Sensory's able to save it away, and Yellow Dog's going to try to clear it out. But LECAP just cannot get the ball out of their half. I think in order for them to start turning the series around, they got to focus on powerful clears, maybe even to a teammate. But just getting the ball out of their half here as we approach a minute left in game 2.
A minute left in game 2, and it's not looking too hot for LECAP here, as they only have 45 seconds to try to get 3 goals, hopefully tie it up and take this series. But Insomnia is not going to let that happen, as Patsky is able to take advantage of the misplay coming from, let's see here, looks like JD it might be.
Yeah, they just got the ball around him. Unfortunate whiff there from JD Bauer. He's barely managing. He's going to go in the lead with 4 goals here. LECAP just need to get on the board, I believe. Like, They might do it here. No, it's just off the post. Sensei, can he do it? Gets a double, but that one's off the corner. So, they just cannot catch a break right now.
Yeah, with how much time is running down on the clock, it doesn't appear as though LECAP's going to be able to sneak this one away. Maybe they can get one more for the road, hopefully build momentum, because they are in desperate need of something just to maybe get the morale up.
Absolutely. Sentry's going to try to take this one off the corner and read it. And he's going to get 50, and the ball's going to come to the ground here. 4-0 for barely managing in game 2. They've looked very dominant so far in this series.
Dominant indeed, as Patsky adds yet another 2 goals to his stats. But Shaded also contributing very heavily to this team. Unfortunate plays coming from LECAP here. Hopefully we can see a little bit of a better performance, a little bit more consistency here to hopefully take game number 3.
Yeah, we do have a timeout from LECAP. It is a playoff series, so timeouts are allowed. I don't see LECAP with a whole lot of pressure. They have 4 shots. They just have to get the ball out of their half because they got bombarded with pressure from barely managing. And it's such a losing battle when you can't get more than 4 shots on game and the other opponents have 4 goals. It's just a losing battle every time you try.
A losing battle it is indeed. Like you said before, if LECAP can just find a way to get the ball out of their half just a little bit sooner, give himself more time to hopefully score some goals here, as we are about to head into game number 3.
We got Yellow Dog with the hand warmers on the cams. I was playing with him earlier today and he said that his hands were pretty cold, so it's kind of a polar opposite from this dorm room that I'm in right now. It is 78 degrees at my desk. So a bit of polar opposites here. Yeah, JD Bauer with the LECAP lights. But as I say that, we have LECAP joining the game, so we'll switch it back over to the game here as we jump into game 3.
A little bit of a 50 to start our game here. It's Yellow Dog able to beat, I want to say that was Patsky, as Insomnia sends it downfield. Patsky trying to get an early goal here as Insomnia was unable to get the touch. Yellow Dog sending it downfield, gets intercepted by Shaded as he takes it up the wall. JD Bauer diving towards the ball, hoping not to let them get a chance to score.
Yeah, JD Bauer trying to clear that one out, just off the corner, can't find it. But Shaded can find a shot there, and it's going to go in. What an angle from Shaded.
It was a beautiful touch there. An even prettier pass from Patsky to give us an early goal here in game 3.
That's a great play. Barely managing, just continuing this onslaught of pressure that they have. Typically timeouts end up working in the team that called them's favor, so in this case it would be LECAP, but I don't think LECAP has really done much else to kind of rethink their strategy and try to get more pressure, but I might just be talking a little too soon here as we have had 1 minute of time go down in this game so far.
Noticing a little bit more aggressiveness coming from the LECAP end, and as I say that, Insomnia gets just a diving 50 here. Sensory able to get it past 1. Bauer with a great challenge as Patsky takes control. A little bit of a misplay there as there's a little scramble to get the ball.
And JD Bauer's up super early for that one, but can't quite find a touch as Yellow Dog is going to try to boom it upfield to him. Sensory's going to get beat out on the side. It's just Patsky and JD Bauer, but Patsky can't find the touch. JD Bauer's going to hit it straight out to Insomnia, his former teammate, who's going to 50 it with him. Sensory's going to try to take this one off of the wall, booms it out to Yellow Dog, who can't quite find a touch on that ball either. JD Bauer's going to boom this one on net. Will it go in? No. It's a great save from Shaded.
I was kind of hoping that the ball would go in hopes that LECAP can hopefully build some momentum, but like you said, beautiful denial there from Shaded, as Shaded trying to keep possession out of LECAP as we get a shot, not quite on target, but the pressure is still there as Sensory keeps it on the other half.
Now, JD Bauer's gonna try to shoot the open net, but Paskey's there with a great save to keep it out. And I'm just shocked that LECAP hasn't scored a goal yet, as we are now like 12 and a half minutes into this series. And LECAP has had some pretty good looks at scoring a goal. They just haven't been able to convert yet.
A little bit of a mistouch coming here from Insomnia as Patsky hopes to clear out of their net. Gets a ceiling touch there as Insomnia gets the big clear downfield. Shaded almost able to get a pass on that. A little bit of a whiff coming here. Sensory's taking his time, hoping for his teammates to kind of back him up. JD Bauer at the touch mid as there's a little bit of a corner battle here. Seeing who can get the better touch here. Oh, miscommunication coming from Barely Managed here as Yellow Dog gets a 50 up in the sky.
Yeah, Patsy's gonna pull this one out, try to read it, can't quite find the touch. As Patsy's gonna hit this one again, just staying there for more and more pressure. LECAP have just been struggling so much to get the ball out of their half. Barely Managing's had so much pressure that it's hard to really highlight anything else with this game, just because LECAP needs to get their ball out of their half.
A little bit of a demo coming from Sensory, and yeah, as you said, Barely Managed has been they have had total control over this game, as there's a little bit of a awkward standoff in midfield. JD Bauer able to send it downfield, doesn't have boost to quite do anything with that, as Sensory kind of gets a shot on net, hits the post, blocked by Shaded.
This one might just roll in. Okay, no, it's wide. Would have been a very demoralizing goal if you are LECAP, as that one almost finds its way in too, and that one almost finds its way in. It's like three pretty good looks at a goal there for Barely Managing, but none of them find their way in miraculously enough. So LECAP, they still have a chance. It's one goal. They put one in the net right now, and they bring this game to overtime. So we'll see if that can happen here, but the odds are looking slimmer and slimmer by the second.
As the clock goes down, we're seeing LECAP unable to get a goal, as there's a little bit of a misplay. Shaded has an open net stolen by Patsky. That's just the nail in the coffin here in game 3.
Yeah, with 6 seconds left, there's not much else you can really do here. So I'll just about do it for this game 3. We'll see, maybe they can get a kickoff goal for the road, but it's far from a guarantee here, as JD Bauer's going to try to make it happen. Passes out mid, now it's going to hit the ground. 3-0 lead here for Barely Managing. Now LECAP, they're on their last life. Their next loss and their season is over. It's a very bad spot to be in, for a lack of better words here. As we see a timeout from Barely Managing. That's interesting. The mind games here are kind of crazy.
Mind games indeed. It appears as though Barely Managing are playing chess while LECAP are playing checkers. You have to wonder what the thought process behind Barely Managing with the clear momentum taking a timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, Paskey and Shaded both played super good within 1 point of each other, 473 and 472. Both had 1 goal, 1 assist. They had 2 saves, with Shaded having 3, so very similar stat lines from both of them too. Yeah, this Paskey and Shaded duo, when they're on, they are a very good squad. So yeah, we'll wait for the timeout to end here, but it's just such an interesting call that completely caught me off guard. The mind games on this are kind of crazy.
Caught me off guard indeed. And as you were saying, the Shaded and Paskey combo, I don't know if you noticed, but earlier this game...
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Shaded is doing push-ups. on the video ninja cam that he has. What in the world? I did not expect to see. Oh, and pat down, doing push-ups down too. They're taking this time. They're taking this time to do push-ups. This is a long timeout. As LECAP is ready to go. We'll get back into the game here. That is wild from barely managing here. As we are now on match point, LECAP needs to take 4 in a row here in order to take this series.
Honestly, in playoffs, anything can happen. Maybe LECAP are just trying not to show their cards, trying to give us some content. As Yellow Dog gets a nice clear out mid, JD Power able to slam the ball downfield as he gets an amazing 50 on Patsky. A little bit of a whiff there coming from Shaded. Another one coming from Insomnia. Not quite the touch that we needed there coming from LECAP.
Yeah, not quite. Paskey's just going to try to control this one. Gets it over pretty much everybody, but Sensory's still there. If you see JD Power going for the squishy save, can't quite find it. Yellow Dog's going to try to control this one, was what I was going to say, but it was far from controlled. Boomed it up, but it actually worked out pretty well as Sensory went and got a touch or two on the ball. This one's just lying in the midfield, or in like the backboard. I'm struggling with words today. Backboard barely managing. And I'm liking this early pressure that I'm seeing from LECAP so far.
Yes, indeed. Earlier pressure, a big 360 from the first 3 games we were seeing here as LECAP are putting the pressure on, making barely managed work for this 4th win here. As we see a big clear coming from Shaded. Pass mid coming from Insomnia. Patsky gets blocked by his teammate as Sensory and JD Power. A little bit of a whiff there. We have an open net, maybe Shaded able to get it over JD Bauer, putting barely managed in an early lead here, up by 1.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna hit the crossbar and go out as we see Shaded celebrating in the cams. It's not what you want to see if you are LECAP here. And I just want to point out, if they don't score this game, they will have been shut out the whole series, which is bonkers to think about. So hopefully that doesn't happen, as this one could be sent towards the net. Not quite able to go in here. So Yellow Dog's going to go for an early challenge. Passey's just going to take this one to the corner, try to read it. And he gets a read out mid to Shaded, but JD Powers there with a great touch away to keep that one from being a threat.
Insomnia up in the sky, unable to get the touch, but he gets a beautiful demo, hopefully leaving the net open for Patsky as he gets the amazing fake shot there.
It's a great play. Insomnia with a great demo. Patsky just goes, I want to say low, but Yellow Dog was also pretty low on that one. So it's a great shot coming out from barely managing, and they're up 2 pretty early here. This Insomnia's going to try to attack on the 3rd, but Yellow Dog's here to make the save. Shade's just going to hit this one back mid. Insomnia's there. Can't quite find a touch here as Paskey's a little awkward. Yellow Dog's clearing it out, but we just see another barely managing player challenging right away and getting to the ball. This pressure is insane, and what a shot from Shaded there. Oh my goodness.
What an amazing shot indeed. I did not see this coming. 0 boost, able to get the redirect into LECAP's nets. I don't think anyone was expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it, I'll tell you that much. This is a stark contrast from their last game, which was a 4-0 sweep from Unlimited Aura. Right now, they're on track to 4-0 sweep LECAP. We'll see if LECAP has anything to say about that, but it's just been a very one-sided matchup so far. With match point here, like I said earlier, LECAP, they got to get going now or their season is going to end here in about 2 minutes.
Right, indeed. Barely managing, came here to play, but they also came to win. As Shaded gets demoed here. JD Bauer not quite getting the 50 he was looking for. As Insomnia kind of lobs at middle. Patsky unable to find the shot. Shaded kind of lobbing it up there, hoping to find his teammate. Back pass coming from Shaded. A little bit of double commits here. I'm not sure what's going on here in this barely managing side as we get a 50 mid as Shaded finds himself an open net, a little too high as Insomnia is there to clean up the mess that Shaded gave him. Beautiful pass, putting barely managing up 4-0.
Yeah, I believe that's Insomnia's first goal of the series, but it comes at a pretty good time to kind of set this game away. Of course, it's not over just yet, but 4 goals, the minute 30, it's a very, very tough task, especially when you haven't scored any goals yet so far in this series. So it's looking pretty bleak for LECAP here.
Yes, indeed, the situation was looking pretty dire as we get a pinch coming from the LECAP side. No one being able to take advantage of the ball that's lobbed up in the air as Shaded sent it towards the wall. JD Bauer able to get the read off the ceiling. A little bit of mind games coming out here as we get a 50 on the LECAP side. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, Insomnia's going to try to just keep putting more pressure on. Tasky's there to hit this one towards net, tries to get an angle. Yellow Dog and JD Bauer both double commit here. Shaded's going to try to control this one, go for another touch. Insomnia's already there. Shaded's just going to opt to control it a little bit. And I think they're trying to just kill the clock a bit. It's JD Bauer! Open net and he can't find it! Oh no!
Such a crucial goal that they needed there, but JD Bauer unable to get the shot as Shaded is demoed by Yellow Dog, not letting, barely managing hopefully to find another goal as we see a shot coming from Shaded hitting the crossbar as JD Bauer finds himself with a 1v1 situation against Patsky. Patsky reading him like a book, able to get the ball away from the net as we see the clock dwindle down.
Yeah, can JD Bauer get this one? He can! They are not scoreless! We see the light show for JD Bauer behind him. As I say, if you're LECAP here, I think you're just happy that you didn't get shut out the whole series. But, oh my goodness. That was a very great game from Barely Managing here as they take the series 4-0. Very dominant showing from them today.
Barely Managing just kept the pressure and it just kept working for them as they were able to take this series home.
Yeah, so we'll get these guys here for a winner's interview. Drag him in. Why is my Discord not working?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello. What happened?
Hello, hello.
Congrats on the win, guys.
Oh, Yellow Dog, what happened?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so congrats on the
Where's
win.
the gritty?
It's a very dominant series here for you guys. I guess I'm gonna start out with a question over to the Captain Paskey. Is there anything you guys have been doing today to kind of make sure that you didn't have a series like last night's?
Nope. We just made sure Insomnia had good Wi-Fi and we're all set.
I mean, hey, that's something. It's always unfortunate when you have to play on some bad Wi-Fi. I guess my next question will go to you, Shaded. The celebrations mid-game, that's crazy.
Bro, I just had this show on, bro. They needed to see something. They needed some entertainment because it wasn't coming from the other team.
Oh my goodness. This is some mad disrespect here towards LECAP.
Nah, like crap, bro. Get it right.
That's just disrespect.
No forgiveness for what that man Yellow Dog said.
Gonna walk behind me. Start greeting on the
Yeah, I might need that. Where's it at? I can't see it, bro. Oh yeah, hell yeah, get it, baby. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what is this evolved?
It's a good man. He listens to his bets.
He does follow through with his bets.
Someone tell Tater Tot to shut up in the chat, bro.
Yeah, for
Bro,
real.
he asks too much.
You got any questions for these guys, Cosmic?
Yeah, Insomnia, locking it down there as the third man. What are your thoughts on just Paskey and Shaded just able to just they just seemed to have like a mind connection. I just wanted to see like what it looked like coming as like third man here.
I don't know. I just capitalize on what they do because they're already super aggressive players. So if I get a good mix between defense and offense, just the perfect combo.
Papa Pasky. That's not your Twitch username.
Well, I don't have any more questions for these guys. You got any more, Cosmic?
Patsky, like, what was happening there? Like, what was your mindset coming into this match? Like, you were just straight popping off in all 4 of these series.
I was just playing, man. Nothing different.
Just another game for you, I see.
Just vibing, really. Got my boys back here supporting me.
Love
Shout out, Warrior.
Yeah, and with that, honestly, I don't really have any questions. That was just beautiful Rocket League coming from you guys.
Yeah, you guys just played a very dominant series. Good luck with the rest of your guys' playoff run here. Yeah, I don't have anything else for you guys, but congrats on the very dominant win here. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Two.
All right. So with that being said here, that is this game. Barely managing LECAP, barely managing taking it 4-0. Your prediction was a lot better than mine there, Cosmic, but I don't know if any of us could have predicted the outcome of that game. That was bonkers.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the stats, I was kind of hoping that LECAP would have had a little bit more steam coming from them, but like you said, barely managing, just absolutely just dominated in terms of pressure. Like, the ball just couldn't seem to not leave the LECAP half.
Yeah, they just had too much pressure, but I'd say it was a great season for LECAP. Unfortunate that it ended this way, but shout out to a great season. But with that being said, you got anything else to say, Cosmic?
I really hope my first time casting wasn't too bad, guys. I really did my best, but other than that, I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, we appreciate you being on the caster's desk, giving it a shot. I think you did a pretty good job for your first time. But with that being said, we're going to throw it to a quick intermission here. Maybe not so quick. The next match is scheduled for 8:30, but hope to see you on the other side.